Hello once again, all of you wonderful boys and girls out there. Back at it again with another episode of the Fantasy Simpletons, a fantasy football show. I'm your host, Kyle Frithen. Joining me, as always, is my brother and co-host, Jake Fridland.
What up?
What up, what up, what up?
How's it going?
It's going pretty good, man. It's a good day. It was actually a pretty fun week of football.
But it really was.
Yeah.
There were some close games, high-scoring games.
Yeah. Some big wins, some big failures.
Yeah.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, man. It's all good.
But we're going to get right into one of the more fun segments I think we might do in a little bit here. Keep, trade, cut.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to present 3 players on the screen here. And for every single player, we have to decide between those 3 who to keep, who to trade, who to cut. Make sure to follow along if you can't keep up with that.
Yeah.
But right before we start here, I will just say we have a subscriber goal of reaching 100 subscribers before week 8 of the football season. We're currently now entering week 6, so we only have 2.5 weeks left. If you've seen this video, if you've seen any of our other videos before, or if you're seeing this one for the first time, have you liked any of our videos before? If you have, please subscribe to the channel, support us, keep this passion project alive.
Yes, thank you.
That's what it's all about.
It is.
And without further ado, I think we should get right into it. Are you ready, Jake?
I'm ready. Let's get it.
All right. First ones we're going to do here. Keep, trade, cut. Big time receivers. We're going to go with Garrett Wilson, Jaxon-Smith and Njigba, and Ceedee Lamb. Normally, it would seem a little weird coming into the start of the season to try to compare Jaxon-Smith and Garrett Wilson to Ceedee.
Yeah.
But man, have they taken the jump up recently.
Sure. And with Ceedee's injury, it's kind of knocked him down a pedestal in a lot of people's eyes. Just because these guys are out here putting in the work. Jackson and Garrett are doing better and better each week, it seems.
Dude, and the
Ceedee.
disparity too, because they're all on completely different offenses in terms of how good they are. I mean, Garrett Wilson's on the only winless team in the NFL, and yet he is still getting all the targets. He's getting touchdowns.
Yeah.
Which is very different for Garrett Wilson. He was never seen as the touchdown guy.
Right.
But he has 4 throughout the first 5 games.
Yeah, he's really being looked at as that guy on his team. And so that is exciting. But I don't know.
Dude, I know. These are going to be tough.
It's a tough one.
For this one, I think I know what I want to do, at least with one player.
Yeah.
Basically, the way I have it is I think I would have it like this. I would keep Jaxon-Smith and Njigba. I would trade Ceedee Lamb. And I would cut Garrett Wilson, which is incredibly tough. As someone who owns Garrett Wilson, it's incredibly tough to imagine wanting to cut him. But the way I can see it is this. Jaxon-Smith and Njigba is super impressive every single week. Even in what he had a down week last week against the Cardinals, I couldn't even call that a down week. He still finished strong. He still had tough yardage, still made big plays. And maybe there is a bit of bias here. There is a bit of Seahawk bias.
Yeah.
But I'd see superstar potential in Jaxon-Smith and Njigba to really reach that top echelon of receivers right now.
Yeah, I completely agree. I would have him in the same spot. In fact, I would have all these guys in the same spot. So we're not very different here.
I think it's tough. Because Ceedee Lamb would be one of those options where I could realistically keep him. But here's what's interesting about the trade part. There's a lot of different maneuvers you can do with the trade aspect of this. Ceedee could technically be a better player than Jaxon-Smith and Njigba, but I know I can get some high value out of Ceedee Lamb.
Right. That's exactly the way I was thinking about it too. The fact that going into the season and in previous seasons, Ceedee's value has been so high right? You can get so much for him at, I think Ceedee and Jackson's value right now this season are about the same. But since Ceedee's I feel like some people might think Ceedee has that edge just because he's such a big name. And this is Jackson's real like breakout year. So I agree. I would trade him. And just try to get, I don't know, someone I would need.
Dude, get a haul.
Yeah, get a haul, honestly.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of young guys, get a really good running back, but you can get a lot for him. And Garrett Wilson, let's hear why you're cutting Garrett. Because I'm probably thinking the same thing.
I don't know. It's so tough in this situation. I guess I just think there's always a chance things can revert back.
Yeah,
like the team is so bad
exactly
that you almost think, could this get worse?
Mm-hmm.
Could it start affecting him negatively? Or, a lot of his touchdowns we talked about earlier, they are garbage time touchdowns.
Right.
These are the last couple games he's gotten touchdowns in the last 2 minutes there.
Mm-hmm.
Take a couple of those touchdowns away, he might fall a little lower.
Yeah.
So I think that might be the one deciding factor there.
I'm with you. Yeah, and I just don't really trust Justin Fields enough, to be honest with you. This whole season, I don't know. He looks decent now, and obviously he's going to Garrett a lot. But I can't get behind the team, and I think that the other guys are a step above Garrett this year, even with how well he's doing. They're just a lot more secure.
So. It's a little unfortunate, but that's just how it works sometimes. Yeah. I think we can move on to our next one here.
Yeah.
Got another interesting pair. This is on running backs, specifically rookie running backs. We have Ashton, Jeanty, Omarion, Hampton, Cam, Skattebo. I mean, the last few weeks especially, all these guys have been showing out and doing very, very well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a little tough here, especially someone like Cam Skattebo.
What's going on, Big Blue? Hey, it's 4-4-6 in a trap. Big dog.
It's crazy. Have you heard some of the what people have been saying about him online? Some of the nicknames.
Yeah.
The creatine Caucasian is an unbelievable nickname.
That's so funny.
The crayon eating psychopath. It's just. I've seen some incredible ones.
For sure. No, that's too good. I've seen the creatine one, but I haven't seen any others. That's so funny. Yeah, I think it's interesting that we have him in here too, though, because these are, the breakout rookie running backs. Yeah. But Cam Skattebo really kind of just recently made his way up in the rankings within the last couple of weeks, I want to say.
Yeah.
But
I think it was more interesting to have these guys together because they're all kind of going up at the same time.
Yeah, sure.
And you can at least look at it this way. I think with him on the Giants right now, without any star receivers, him and Dart are the focus of the team.
Mm-hmm.
And when Tyrone, I guess it could affect a little bit when Tyrone Tracy comes back.
Yeah.
But I think the team has a lot of trust in him now, especially after these last few weeks.
I agree.
But how is that going to affect him going up against these guys? Because we've seen Ashton Jeanty. He had his big 3 touchdown game. He had a good game this last week too. It was just unfortunate that he's just on a bad football team that lost 40-6. And Omarion Hampton, who is showing he's a 3-down back. I think in this last game, he had 6 receptions for 60+ yards. So he's also in the same pass catching sense that Cam Skattebo could be in, that Jeanty has been showing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes this so tough.
Yeah, it is tough. I think I know what I'm going to do, though.
You think you know?
Yeah.
Dude, let me know. Let me know, man.
All right. I'm going to hit him with the
what do you got? Who do you got?
I'm going to do this one right here. Yeah.
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 I could see it. I
think in just terms of how safe these guys are.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I think Ashton's the safest. And in my opinion, he's got the most potential. He's on a bad team, and I think that's why they're going to continue to use him, because he's good for them. And he's been showing out the last few weeks. And so I would keep him. And I don't want to trade Omarion, but I would trade Omarion if I had to.
Dude, there are some people super high on Omarion right now.
Exactly. I think he's, him and Ashton have always been at the top of the leaderboard, at least coming in this season, as far as rookie running backs go. So I think we could still get a bag for him. And that's just as simple as it is there. And then Cam Skattebo, I think there is too much up in the air with him compared to these guys. Just with Tyrone Tracy coming back when he does, I think it could still be kind of a split backfield, at least for a little bit. I see Cam eventually taking over, but compared to the other guys, there's no one, ahead of them. So
yeah, that's probably the main thing. I think it's also with the Giants that we kind of saw it this last week against the Saints, which I think people still saw coming, but they were just enjoying the high of them being the Chargers and Jackson Dart running very well. It's a little bit of a one-trick offense right now. Like, they're going to run the ball.
Right.
They're going to run it down no matter who they're going to use, because unfortunately they just don't have the guys in the passing game. Malik Neighbors was supposed to be that guy that upgrades everything, but with him out, it's going to make it a little tough. And they can get away with doing that against smaller teams, but they got the Eagles coming up next week.
Yeah.
And I think they have a chance of getting trounced by the Eagles pretty bad. I love him. I think everybody's fallen in love with the personality, and he's been getting really, really popular the last couple of weeks.
Sure.
But yeah. And as far as Ashton Jeanty, oh my gosh, I'll never, sometimes you get it wrong. Sometimes you get it wrong. We said sell him high.
Yeah.
And now we're like, yeah, we'll keep him.
Now we're keeping him.
We're keeping him. Hey, if it works, it works. I think it's the passing game numbers that are really that have really turned me around. Once I saw that they incorporated
exactly. Yeah, I meant to mention that too. That was a big thing for me as well. Yeah. Like, he's showing out on both sides of the spectrum, passing and rushing. So that's all that I need to see that would sell me, and it's happening. So I don't see them moving away from him, bringing anyone else in. Like, he should be their guy, for years to come moving forward. Is what I think.
I'd say the same.
Yeah.
I think there's some other, let's see here. I think there's another good receiver one that we can do. Yeah. We can do these guys right here. This is A.J. Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., Ladd McConkey. We have a few receivers that are not living up to what their draft hype is, all for slightly different reasons. We don't need to go into all of those reasons exactly, but I think it's just interesting. They all feel like they're kind of in the same place.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
It's like, couldn't we just trade them all? Why do we have to cut trade?
Trade them all away. But it's tough because you have to essentially figure out, who do you believe in? Who do you believe is going to figure it out? Who do you believe has the juice, has the stuff?
Sure.
To keep it going.
On top of that, like who do you think you could get the most trade value from? Right.
That's another one. Which all these guys have had like depleted trade value.
Yeah.
But there's going to be somebody that will want to invest.
Yeah. What are you thinking? Go for it.
I'm thinking, this one's tough because I would want to keep. I want to keep Ladd, but this is what I'm thinking right now. So I'm still in the position of keeping Brian Thomas Jr. Just because, the other guys, it's situational. With Ladd McConkey, it's a bit more, he's got Quinn Johnston and Keenan Allen. He's got the weapons. With A.J. Brown, it's more system going against him. With Brian, it's just all in here. It's just his own. He's getting in his own way, if anything. I know they have a similar thing where they're throwing to a bunch of different guys. Brenton Strange, Travis Hunter, De'Ami Brown, Parker Washington. They have a bunch of different people they throw to. But he has the most like big play potential of all these guys. Like he's in control of his own destiny. That's why I think I would still keep him. Especially since I don't think he's fallen enough to where I don't think you can get great trade value out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's one of those things. But do you agree on the other guys as well? Like trade AJ and cut Ladd?
Do. Yeah. I think for AJ, and you might feel the same. I feel like age might be catching up to him, but not just that's just an aspect of it, but the team in large part, his team is just not revolving around him like it used to. They've gone a completely different direction. We've talked about this before, but they're just so run heavy. It's hurting not only AJ, it's hurting all the wide receivers on their team,
I think we're starting to see a more interesting development with him as well, because even in this game where they started giving him more targets, he got more pass catches. They're not big plays. They're like shorter passes. I'm sure there actually was a play in the game that was messed up by both him and Jalen, where he made a good move when he was going down the field, but then he like stopped for a second, like thinking, I'm not going to get the ball. Why do I even bother? And then they actually did throw the ball to him and he got overthrown, when I think he actually just kind of stopped giving 100% on the route. So I don't know. It seems like a combination of things. Now he's kind of just in a pissy mood.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just something. There's always something.
There really is. It seems like the last few years there's always been something with AJ. And now it's, I don't know.
You know what it is? He probably reached the end of his book. He can't reread it. Then you're not getting the same experience. So now he has nothing.
He's probably read it so many times. He's numb to it, and now he needs something else to break him out.
He needs something new to direct his anger into.
Right. Yeah.
But he doesn't have that outlet, so he just goes out after them in the media.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I don't know.
Ladd's got the talent.
Ladd does, and that's what hurts, putting him there.
He had a punt return touchdown taken away from a penalty, but he looked awesome on that play. He hurdled a guy into the end zone.
Yeah, and I feel like he has a real potential on this list. Like out of these guys, he has some high potential, but I think there's just so many people on the team, right? And the reemergence of QJ and Keenan Allen, as well as like there's other guys on the team that if those guys start to do bad, that will take their place. And Justin seems to be looking more towards his big X guys than, the safety slot guy in Ladd. That's what I've been noticing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I think is happening too. We'll just have to see as the season goes along. He's one of those guys where unless an injury happens, he's going to be fighting constantly. Which it can always happen. Quentin Johnston is one of those guys where he's very big and athletic, so it's very easy for a guy like him to get injured. Mm-hmm. Keenan Allen has an injury history, so we'll just have to see.
Sure.
Yeah, it's one of those things that goes along. This one I'm really excited about because this one's going to be tough in my mind.
Yeah. All right.
We're going quarterbacks now. Between Baker Mayfield, Dak Prescott, and Justin Herbert. Keep, trade, cut.
Dang.
Dude. I don't know, man.
Dude, it's a tough one.
It's a tough one. I wanted to go out of my way to find not as mobile quarterbacks and focus more on pocket passers.
Yeah.
And this is probably the toughest one I could think of.
Yeah.
Because all three of these guys are playing very well. They're balling out.
Sure. They're all so even. It's really tough.
Yeah. And some of them are performing when things are going bad around them. Injuries have happened to both the Cowboys, the Bucks, and even the Chargers, who have been losing their offensive lines. They've lost their last couple of games, so
right.
It you can tell it's affecting them. But even then, I think I know what I would do.
I think I do too.
I think I know exactly what I want to do here.
Let's see what you got.
So I would have it set up right where they're lined up.
Wow.
That's what I would do. And maybe there's a bit of recency bias, because if anybody had saw the Bucks versus Seahawks game, Baker is just playing at an elite level.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing like an elite quarterback. We can't hide it anymore. He was doing this last season. He's still doing it now.
Yeah.
And even though in both seasons, he's losing all of his wide receivers all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But he just keeps doing it, and he keeps performing.
That's what's crazy. Yeah.
There's something within this guy. He has, I don't want to say a clutch gene. He's got this never say die attitude.
Mm-hmm.
They're a fighting team with him leading it. And as long as he's leading it, they're going to be a tough team to beat every single week, because he makes sure they're never out of it.
Yeah.
And with the weapons around him, Mike Evans is going to come back. Jalen McMillan's still going to come back. And you put Egbuka there, and Godwin's getting only more healthy coming off his big injury. How are you going to stop that passing game? And don't forget Bucky Irving, who catches passes.
Right.
Rashad White, who catches passes.
Yeah.
That's just how I think of it for me. I think Dak is a great trade candidate right now. Either you totally whiffed on quarterback and you drafted him in late rounds to be your QB1, or he was your backup.
Mm-hmm.
And he's performing at some of the best we've seen of Dak Prescott in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I think he's a perfect trade candidate right now.
I agree.
And that's what sucks about Justin, because Justin is also performing the best he has, but I'm starting to get a little bit more worried about that offensive line at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't worry me against the Giants because I thought it was more their pass rush than anything, but they were beating themselves against those Commanders. So it's just one of those situations where he's going to be great no matter what, but if presented with these options,
right,
it would either be between trade and cut. And I think Dak Prescott's at a high right now without CeeDee Lamb. So you can trade him on the back of, oh, he's also going to get CeeDee Lamb back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's interesting too, because We actually made a trade for Dak Prescott in the offseason. Remember that? I have Baker still, but I had Baker and Dak on my team, and I traded you, Dak, for a couple picks because it's a dynasty league. But
it was a second and a third round pick.
Yeah.
For Dak Prescott. But guess what happened right after that trade? That they trade for George Pickens.
Literally. That was pretty
And
crazy.
there was this thought of with Javonte Williams coming in, they're like, oh, they're going to have no run game and the pass game's going to be great. Yeah. Well, he's still great, not for the reasons I thought he'd be great.
Right.
It's very different now, but it's worked out.
It has. I think you definitely got a good deal there. And if it were a super flex, it's not a super flex. If it were, I'd probably have the best team in the league.
Yeah. It was just a one QB league. Dak, there was no super flex.
But yeah. But I see, I think all of these guys you get a lot of trade value for. Of course, if you tried to trade them.
Yeah. Because I could see Justin Herbert in the trade category. Absolutely.
Sure. Oh yeah.
You can trade him.
100%. But yeah, I'm with you on this. I think I would definitely take Baker. I was between Baker and Dak, and I think Baker's just so consistent. I feel like with Dak, it has to be a big game, but I feel like with Baker, he makes every game a big game. So
that's the only thing with Dak that there have been one or two games this season. Yeah, one or two games this season where he had some touchdowns taken away from Javonte Williams, where because Javonte can't stop scoring touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He can't stop doing it, so it ends up negatively affecting him slightly. Like his week 1 game should have been great, and it ended up trash because of it.
They're giving him a lot of carries too.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those things. Obviously, if you have any number of these quarterbacks, you'll be happy with what you have. But in this situation, there could only be one.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to make that choice.
All right. What do we got next?
More choices to be had. Another wide receiver one. This one's going to be more interesting. This is going to be Zay Flowers, DK Metcalf, and Stefon Diggs.
Interesting.
Both Zay Flowers and DK have kind of been on a similar wavelength this year. They're big players, but they don't seem to get as many targets as you think they would, being the number ones on their team. They have potential to do very well or very poorly, depending on the week. And I was trying to think of a guy to put in here, and I think Stefon Diggs is very interesting because he has had a couple of little breakouts these last couple of weeks here. I mean, on Sunday Night Football, this looked like the old Stefon Diggs.
It did.
He was targeted a bunch. He seemingly was always open. He was making big plays. Had a 100-yard game the week previous. So maybe there's a thought of what's the difference between the first few weeks and these weeks? Is it him slowly warming up to the team and getting back from that injury? Or are we just seeing the best end of it and his production is going to be more inconsistent? Because that's what we need to figure out. Because if it's the former, then Drake May finally has like a big passing option that we can rely on.
Yeah.
So I think it all might focus around him on this decision.
Sure.
Because I think I know on one player what I'm going to do. I know on one.
Yeah, I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do.
You have an idea?
Yeah, all three guys. I could put it in and then just discuss.
Yeah, honestly, actually, yeah. Why don't you show me your idea, and then I'll be a bystander.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with this. You ready?
Oh, I'm so ready.
I'm gonna go right here, honestly.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, take me through your processing here.
Basically, I like how touchdown heavy DK has been this season. He scored 3, and 3 out of the 4 games this season, and they've been, the last 3 games. So I think it just shows that he's like an integral part of the offense and a key wide receiver in the offense that Aaron is just going to keep passing to, And that's been the undeniable thought from the start of the season. So I don't think it's going to change. And then I will say,
oh no, the mic.
My mic accidentally dropped. All right, here we go. So that's my thing with DK. That's why I like him the best. And honestly, I just think that Zay Flowers is good, but I don't like him on the team he's on. I think Lamar is so talented, and they have so many other things going on the team. Derek is still Derek, though he's like slightly been declining the last few weeks. I think he's still going to get the ball, and it's just going to take away from Zay Flowers. Him running and Lamar running, and Lamar kind of passes it all around. Zay Flowers is the number 1 receiver, but I don't like him as much as DK in terms of production. And I kind of think the same thing about Stefon Diggs, as even though he's picking it up, I think Drake May passes it around. I think that's what's made him such a good QB this year, is that he kind of moves to all of his different options and moves the ball down the field. And Stefon is on the rise, but I don't think he's going to be like the sole guy on the team. And that's the difference. DK is that guy for me. So
that's I very interesting. And I like the points you made. I think with all these decisions, they're going to be close. So it's easy for me to see any one of these. I do disagree, though. Right, I have a different lineup here. For me, I'd actually have it like this. Call it recency bias, call it whatever you want. Sure. But I wanted to look a little deeper into what I saw from Stefon Diggs. And here's what I can find. I think partially it could be he was trying to find his spot on the team and injuries.
Yeah.
I think that's what held him back a little the first few weeks, because what I've been starting to see is that statistically he's getting more and more involved with the team. Mm-hmm. His snap percentage is going way up, and others receivers are going down. So I think there is starting to become a movement of he's starting to become involved more, and he's taking that back from some of the other receivers. Let's not forget, this is a talented guy. His last year in Buffalo was mostly because the team wanted to go for more of a widespread offense, and they didn't want him to be the focus anymore. Mm-hmm. He was on his way to being a top 10, top 15 wide receiver in Houston before he tore his ACL. So I know a lot of people are against he's above the age of 30, coming off a season-ending injury. You hear that all the time. And usually, it checks out. I think this could be different. Drake May does need a strong option that he can rely on if this team wants to be a good football team. I think he's in a right spot on the right team where he can help it. I mean, look at what you've seen from Stefon lately. On the sideline, I'm seeing a different side of him where he's almost trying to act like a leader. Which is very different from the diva-esque personality we usually see of him. I think even he realizes, okay, I'm on a team that's not a Super Bowl contender. That's not this top team, but I can help build them up to be better, to be great. I think it's all working out in the right way to where, I'd take the risk on keeping him. because I think there's going to be more and more down the line.
That's fair. I like that. I think this setup makes a lot of sense as well.
Yeah.
So,
and I understand your setup.
Yeah, I still feel like mine makes sense, but I could see how this would move in the direction that you said. So
yeah, I'd trade DK mostly because of this last game was the biggest game he had of the season.
Yeah.
And I've been watching some of the games, and he's been solid, but I just haven't been super impressed.
Yeah.
Like, I think, and maybe I could be wrong. There's a chance that he's still developing chemistry with Rodgers, and he's going to get more targets and more the focal point as the season goes on. Mm-hmm. But for right now, I'm just looking at it from a guy that's seen DK Metcalf the last 5-6 years coming from our time in Seattle. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Honestly, yeah. I'm totally with you.
So on a big game, I'm willing to trade a player. Zay Flowers, I've never been too much of a Zay Flowers guy. So it's more of he can be great, but I think the lows are really, really low.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bad Zay Flowers game can cost you your week.
Totally.
So I think that's just the way it is for me.
Yeah. I'm with you, man.
Yeah. But I like the way you had it set up too. And there are multiple possibilities here.
Yeah, I think so. I think you could get a lot for DK as well. I think you can get more for DK than you can for Zay Flowers. So I like the trade part here.
Yeah.
Just because of name value and like his position on the team. But yeah, I think I was a bit lower on Stefon than I probably should have been. Because I do see him doing better, especially with how good Drake May looks. I like his potential.
Oh my gosh, that I did not expect them to win that game, but they toughed it out.
That was pretty crazy.
They beat Buffalo. It's like that is a very much a we're still here type of game. You haven't won the division yet. And it's a big improvement to show that Drake May, but beyond just fantasy, he can be a really great quarterback in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
So it's just one of those things, with just like a lot of things on this list, we're going to have to see how it changes and develops in the next few weeks here.
Yep. That's facts, bro.
It's time to talk about a new position.
Let's
Tight
do
ends. Tight end. Let's take this off here. We got Tyler Warren, Sam LaPorta, Tucker Kraft. We have a bit more of an established name in Sam LaPorta going up against two. One's a rookie, a younger guy, and the other is a bit more of an emerging guy in Tucker Kraft. This one, and here's the thing. I want to try to keep. There's a big part of me right now that's thinking like instantly like keep Tyler Warren. And I don't want to immediately think that because he's just the hot new name.
Dude.
I want to try to think about it first.
He's good.
I know, but it's one of those things where you fall in love with a good rookie very quickly, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, I wouldn't give up that guy for the world." And it's like, well, I'm willing to listen.
Fair.
Because we got some good guys here. Sam LaPorta has always been.
He's always been
good. He's always been a part of a great offense. And Tucker Kraft, I mean, I'm really, really liking what Tucker Kraft has been doing. Even in this last game that ended in a tie with the Cowboys, I think he had 2 touchdowns that both ended with him like falling on the 1/2-yard line. Like 2 separate times and 2 separate plays. Sure. We'd be looking at him very differently if he got those touchdowns. So it's just one of those things.
It is. Let me hit you with one, bro. I think I got it.
I think I know what you're going to go with.
You probably do. Honestly, yeah. I feel like it's obvious. I feel like most people would do this right here. I'll be honest. And let me tell you why.
Yeah.
Because honestly, It's just, this is simple in terms of logical thinking, okay? You're not going to want to, no one would cut Sam LaPorta or Tyler Warren. Let's just be real. No one would cut them, okay? They're just, their name value is too big. And they're on teams that use them, I think, more consistently. Though Tucker Kraft, I mean, debatably, you could say has very similar production to these guys. But it's just the fact that he's on Green Bay that makes him so shaky, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know? So, but, and he's shaky because they just pass the ball all over the place there. They do like him as a target, but I don't know. I just love Tyler Warren this year, man. Okay. And this may be biased 100% because I have him in almost every one of my leagues.
Dude, I love him too.
He just, I think with how good Daniel Jones is this year and how consistent Tyler Warren has been from the very beginning, like it just, he's only had one game under 10 points. Okay. This season. And that's great for a tight end, especially a rookie tight end. So I think he's my guy. And Sam LaPorta, I'd like to trade him just for the name value alone, just because he's been big for the past couple years. But I do think he is, you know, he hasn't had a touchdown this year. No, I think he got one this last game, actually.
He got one this last game. He had a big game this last game.
Yeah, that's true. This last game was the biggest game of the season for him. And it was the only touchdown he's got this season. And I think his what is it? What is it called?
I'm trying to think of what word you're trying to think of. His reception.
His reputation precedes him as a touchdown dependent guy simply because the past 4 games, well, okay, so outside of this last game, he hadn't gotten one touchdown and his points weren't that great.
Yeah.
Okay. He's only had 2 games over 10 points. So boom, there you go.
Dude, and you know what? It's I like it. It's very fair. There's only one thing I would change up. I think I would just switch these 2 up right here.
Dang.
I think you could get, I don't know.
I think you get more for Tucker than Sam LaPorta.
I think if you play the right audience, I think you can get more out of Tucker Kraft.
I don't know, bro.
I think you can. I don't know.
It's kind of crazy.
Because I think people still have, remember last year, the amount of people that took Sam LaPorta number 1 and he let a lot of people down. I think there might be, depending on who the league is in, I think there still might be some of that stigma around him.
Sure.
And I think more people could look at Tucker Kraft as an up and up. But that's just me. I could easily see it split up because he's the bigger name. Yeah. He's been around longer.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. But
yeah. I like it.
I think it's fine either way. Either way, keep Tyler Warren. That seems to be the reoccurring theme here. And I think we could do one more. I think we have enough. We have time to do one more here. We'll do one more with running backs. We have Kendre Miller, Zach Charbonnet, and David Montgomery. I chose all these guys specifically because they're either in a 1-2 punch or that can like do very well if the other guy they're with went down.
Mm-hmm.
And this is more of a trying to figure out some like lower end RB2s here. And we have with all these guys, because at first glance, Kendre Miller seems like he doesn't really fit here with Zach Charbonnet and David Montgomery, but I did add him here for a reason. Mm-hmm. I think there is something brewing there between the Saints. Now watching this last game,
yeah,
he ended up with more carries.
He did.
than Alvin Kamara. And this was
and
not
more
like
yards, slightly more yards, I think.
And slightly more yards. This is not a situation of, oh, they were in the lead by 20 points, so they leaned on the second guy. No, they played it pretty close. It was a tight game.
Yeah. To me, it speaks to the transition that they might be trying to make, or at least test out, because of Kamara's age, and his slight injury history. I just think that, and his contract is, coming up in the next year.
There's actually an interesting point on that, because it's a bit early. It's a bit early in the season, but you're gonna have to start talking about it soon. Trade deadline in the next month or so, and Alvin Kamara kind of falls into that category that you would see some of these late season guys. More of a veteran name. He's going to be on a football team that's not going to win a lot of games, so they might be open to trading a player for picks. I mean, there's enough there to where if this team continues to lose games and goes downhill, I think they're going to get some offers for Kamara, and I think they're going to listen.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Like he kind of fits the mold of these mid-season tradable veterans that we've seen the last couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. The team that really needs a running back, I could see that being good. Yeah.
We would just have to see what team it is and what the price would be, but I think the team is already thinking long term of like, we've had this guy forever, but he's starting to go down. We don't know how much longer he's going to come in. You have a new coach, you have a new offensive system.
Right.
They might want to finally start making some changes.
Sure. Yeah.
So that's a huge part. That's a huge part in this discussion for me of trying to figure it out.
Yeah, he could go to the Chiefs, man. Let's be real. They need someone over at the Chiefs.
It's tough. What's tough to think of is who would be the best trade candidate here. I think Kendre Miller is kind of out of that position. I don't think he's really a trade candidate.
Yeah.
But between Charbonnet and Montgomery, you know what? I think I got it.
Go for it.
I think I know what I want to do here.
Hit us with it. Do it. Come on.
I was trying to convince myself on the Kendre Miller, and I almost did. But man, I'll have to keep Zach.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a chance he's getting touchdowns. He gets touchdown work, similar to Montgomery. But I know Kenneth Walker's going to get hurt at some point. You know it's going to happen.
No, it always happens. That's exactly what I was thinking.
It always happens. David Montgomery, absolutely. Between these three guys, he doesn't seem like an obvious trade candidate, but trust me, people do want him.
Yeah.
I traded him for a league last season knowing, what you see is what you're going to get. He's going to get 10 to 15 points every week. He's probably going to get a touchdown.
He's a touchdown guy, yeah.
The offense is, now that we've sat on it the last month and a half, the offense is the same as it was last season.
Yeah. So there's definitely points you could sell people on when it comes to David Montgomery, but I do think he's not the highest trade candidate on the board. I think Zach Charbonnet is that guy, but I would also rather keep Zach Charbonnet just because he does have the most potential of the group, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think obviously if Jahmyr Gibbs were to get hurt, then David Montgomery, I think could be up there as like a top 10 running back in the league.
Yeah, 100%.
Like he has that talent. And Kendre, I almost did. Dude, I almost thought about the keep because I'm convincing myself more and more that this could happen.
I was thinking an interesting one could be keep Kendre, sell Zach. Cut David. And that I think if we're looking at dynasty wise, could be interesting. Could be interesting if you have because these are these are not like starting running backs right now, too. I think most people have these guys either on their bench or low end flex position. So it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. And if we talk about like player stigma, I mean, Kendre Miller has one of the biggest stigmas of most running backs because he spent most of his 2 years hurt. So now he's coming in. Is this his 4th season? This is 3rd, right?
He's the same year. He came in the same year as Zach. So this is actually his 3rd. Yeah.
No. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. That tracks.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably how I would do it. He's going to be, look, he's a waiver wire guy right now. I think he's going to be one of the more interesting waiver wires of this week and possibly next week. Because to see how much people are willing to invest in him.
Sure.
But I think that about covers it. I think that was a good...
I was thinking though, Kyle.
Yeah?
If you want to, just for fun, do the last couple groups we have, but no explanation. We just hit it with...
Oh, okay. Speed run.
Yeah, speed run.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We got 2 left. They're both receiver categories. Let's do a speed run here. And this is a big one. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins. No analysis, no nothing.
Yeah.
I think I got something.
Go for it. Yeah, you go first.
Ooh, I'm gonna ooh. Let me see for it here. I do just that. Wow. I'm not gonna give a lot of analysis other than, guys, it's Justin Jefferson. I can't in my life cut Justin Jefferson for anything. Jamar Chase is absolute super trade value right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with Jake Brown, especially after that big touchdown that they did not need. Oh, get the haul. Get the haul and run, man.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I think I'm with you. I would either have it the same or go right here.
Would you swap like the keep and the cut?
Yeah, I would. I would potentially do that. So,
yeah, no, I can see it.
Wait, is that what you had?
That was what I had. Were you looking to do this?
No.
Oh, yeah, this is what I had.
I was looking to do this. Yeah, I think
wow.
I would. Wow. And you know why? Is because I'm thinking more long term, like when Joe Burrow comes back, I think Jamar Chase is the guy, and Justin Jefferson is once
JJ
I'm just
McCarthy.
iffy for him when what's his name comes back. You know?
Yeah, that's the big question mark.
That's the question mark. And that's why I think I'm higher on Jamar. I think you could still get a buttload for Jefferson. Anyways, we're not supposed to do an analysis, but on the short end, that's what I was thinking.
But you're saying, even though he might be a little lower right now, keep him so that you can get the upside when like the playoffs hit.
Exactly.
When Joe Burrow comes back. Okay, yeah, I could see that. That's actually very good reasoning.
Yeah. And in Dynasty League, I think the same thing. Like, I'm just not sure about McCarthy right now.
Yeah. So we'll see, though, because that's a slippery slope if he does come back. Because if the team's out of playoff contention, I don't think they will bring him back.
Exactly.
So that's it's a very risky double-edged sword.
It is very risky.
Very quick here. Last one, wide receiver 2s, Jordan Addison, Jameson Williams, T. Higgins.
Yeah.
I think I know exactly.
I think I know too. I think it might be the same thing.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, go for it. I'll let you go.
I'm gonna do this.
Yeah. No. That was right where I was thinking.
But you were thinking trade T. Higgins.
I was on the fence. I was thinking between cut or trade T. Higgins.
Yeah. I think T. Higgins is so booty right now. That team is so trash, in my opinion. This is just a super short analysis that on T. Higgins. That's why I don't care about him.
Yeah.
And Jameson's just on a better team. Jordan is has been kind of killing it, to be honest. I don't know how long that's going to last, but
you know what's funny? I heard a report that apparently, because I didn't watch fully the game, apparently he didn't play the whole first quarter because it was punishment, because he left the team to explore London for himself.
Wow, really?
So he didn't play the whole first quarter. He was benched the whole first quarter and still got the game-winning touchdown.
What?
So
that's crazy.
What a flex.
That's insane. Wow.
I know. It's great.
I did not know that.
I just learned that like an hour ago.
Jeez.
Dude. But yeah, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be it there. That's the last of who we had. That's the end of our trade cuts. And let's do a very quick, before we go, very quick waiver wire for week 6. Let's get this up. Oh, sorry for blocking you, Jake. Let me move you over here. And we'll go through this very quickly. Quarterbacks. Cool. Matthew Stafford's still available in 50% of leagues. He's now in the top 5 of most quarterback rankings, depending on how you do it. You have to get him now. Go get him. He could be a starting quarterback for you for the rest of the way. Sam Darnold, coming off the best game he's had as a Seahawk. He's now going to go into his next matchup against the Jaguars. So that's a perfect matchup for a perfect man.
Yeah.
Running backs, there were a few options here. I think Kendre Miller is the most intriguing, best long-term option. Rico, if Chuba Hubbard is hurt, yeah, go get Rico.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case. If he goes down, you have a starting running back there. On the receiver side, a bit thin this time around, we have Rashid Shaheed, who has shown he's either a boom or bust player.
Yeah.
He's either going to get you 20 points or 5, so you just have to play at your own risk.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick Bourne, massive asterisk here.
If Mac Jones is playing.
If Mac Jones is playing and Ricky Pearsall's out and Juwan Jennings is out, then Kendrick Bourne is a great pickup.
If it's the perfect situation for Kendrick, then
it's the best possible situation he'll ever have in his career.
Exactly.
And tight ends, AJ Barner. We can't ignore it anymore. He's had 4 touchdowns in the last 5 games. He's becoming a red zone threat. So he's a great streaming tight end as the season goes along, depending on if he gets a touchdown or not. Also facing Jacksonville. Perfect matchup.
Yes.
Mason Taylor now as well, who is barely rostered in leagues right now, understandably. But last 2 weeks in games where they're getting blown out, he's been getting a lot of targets, a lot of catches. He's now shown it. We all knew this during the offseason. He's their second wideout. That's it. He's their second wideout versus Garrett Wilson because they have literally no one else.
Yep.
And that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Had to run through it lightning speed waiver wire. We do every week.
Good stuff.
But thank you guys so much for listening. And let's run it through here. You can follow us on Instagram, on X, on TikTok. Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Anything you want to say, Jake, before we go off the air?
No, man. Said it all. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Keep up with our content as we keep pushing it out.
Yeah.
And this is only the start. It's going to get better and better. Bigger and crazier videos are to come.
Crazier. We're going to do some crazy stuff.
Absolutely.
You thought we jumped the shark before. You ain't seen nothing yet.
No.
Tune in later in the next couple of days. We have another start sit video coming out for week 6. But when you're presented with some of those decisions in a complex fantasy world, just remember to stay simple. Keep it simple. Good night, everyone.